The words that come to mind they carry the pain of someone who has lived the weight of their own choices. A mixture of regret and longing fills the heart, revealing how their absence has become unbearable. Every memory relives remarkable moments, as if time stood still to reinforce the importance of you in their life. Deep down, the strength of a second chance is what moves them now, even in the face of their own fears. The energy around vibrates in a unique tone, full of emotions that the angels highlight as undeniable. They not only reflect on the past, but feel that your presence was an anchor in times of storm. The days have become a constant cycle of reflections, and the small details, which once went unnoticed, now emerge with the clarity of a lighthouse in the midst of the fog. In the silence of the night, when everything quiets down, feelings overflow almost overwhelmingly. They revisit the choices that drove them apart, recognizing that each wrong decision was motivated by the fear of failure. Now, the angels reveal that the strength of change lies in the deep connection that still pulses between you. The gazes that once met with complicity now become a distant dream, but still palpable. There is a fire that burns silently, waiting only for a spark to reignite all that was lived. The angels show that this person's hesitation lies in admitting what they feel, as pride is a difficult obstacle to overcome. Walking down the path of longing, this person's heart beats stronger at the thought of a fresh start. The certainty that you are irreplaceable brings a mix of courage and apprehension. Like a melody that never ceases, memories continue to echo, carrying with them the latent desire to correct the mistakes. The angels point out that the universe is creating favorable circumstances for their reunion to be possible. They feel that the distance was necessary to recognize the value of what they had together. And now, every move towards you is filled with hope, even if silently, like a wind blowing in the right direction. Their gestures, which were once simple displays of affection, have now become the foundation of a profound learning for them. The angels whisper that in every smile and word of yours, there was a transformative power. They now realize that the love they felt never dissipated but became a discreet flame that insists on not extinguishing. There is an internal struggle happening, where the desire to get closer competes with the fear of the unknown. They find themselves at a point of transformation, and the angels assure that this journey of reflection is the first step towards growth. There is a resistance that needs to be broken, but love is the key. The angels speak of the nuances of redemption, of how the deepest feelings arise when all seems lost. They realize that the words left unspoken are now the most urgent. A request for forgiveness is about to emerge, loaded with sincerity and regret, ready to touch your heart. Though hesitant, they feel they are closer than ever to taking a crucial step. Every thought, every memory, every longing serves as a reminder that you are what's missing for their life cycle to be complete. The angels are preparing the ground for something greater, something that promises to surprise. However, there is something that has not been revealed yet, something that can completely change how you see all of this. Their journey in search of a second chance is just beginning, and the angels have more to disclose about the true intentions being formed in their heart. Time seems to have stopped for them to reflect deeply on the impact you had on their life. Every decision, every moment of indecision, is being revisited with a clarity that only love can bring. The angels show that the reconnection between you may be the beginning of a new chapter filled with light. In the silence, the angels watch as they struggle to balance the desire to reconnect with the need to respect the space you have created. There is an irresistible force pushing them in your direction, something greater than they can comprehend. But will this be enough to overcome their own fears? The words that could easily ease the weight of guilt still remain stuck in their throat. But the angels say that the right moment is closer than it seems. Are you ready to hear what their heart is finally ready to confess? Every action they take now is like an attempt to redeem themselves, even if you don't realize it. Small gestures, fleeting looks, an unexpected message. The signs of change are in the air. Will you be able to notice what they have been trying to silently convey? The angels say that true love has the power to overcome any obstacle. But are both of you ready to face the truths that the past has revealed? This journey of a second chance promises to be as challenging as it is transformative. Their desire for a second chance is not just an attempt to relive the past, but to build something new, something stronger. But will they be able to prove that it's worth taking a risk again? The angels assure that the next steps of this person may surprise even you. There is something you still don't know, something that can completely change your perspective on what happened between you. What do the angels have in store to reveal about their intentions? Get ready, because what is to come promises to be an exciting twist. The pieces of the puzzle are starting to align, but there is still much to discover. The angels are guiding them towards you, But will fate allow them to meet at the right moment? This love story still has much to unveil, and the angels whisper that the second chance this person yearns for is getting closer to becoming a reality. But will you be ready to embrace it when it happens? Each passing day, this person's determination grows, albeit silently. There is a constant dialogue between the heart and the mind, where every memory of yours weighs more than the opposing arguments. The angels reveal that while they hesitate, the universe conspires for circumstances to favor a reunion. The doubt now is not whether they will try, but how to find enough courage to take the first step. Gestures that were once routine for you have now become symbols of something much greater. The angels show that this person revisits every detail, from the sound of your voice to the intensity of your gaze. These are fragments that once seemed insignificant but now represent an unbreakable bond. The desire to correct the past is driven by a force that they can barely comprehend. However, there is a shadow of fear that prevents them from moving forward without hesitation. This person questions if you will be capable of forgiving, of seeing beyond the flaws and giving a new chance. The angels emphasize that this internal battle is part of their transformation process, a necessary stage for them to grow. Still, doubt consumes them and makes the path more challenging. The days seem longer, as if time is conspiring for them to reflect even more. Each passing hour intensifies the desire to reconnect, but also increases the fear of being rejected. The angels ensure that this moment of introspection is being guided by divine forces, working to align their destinies. But will they be able to recognize the right moment? Meanwhile, their heart is a whirlwind of conflicting emotions. On one hand, there is regret for the choices that drove them apart. On the other hand, hope for a renewed future. The angels whisper that, despite everything, love is still the dominant force, and it is this force that keeps them strong in their desire to start over. The question is, will they be able to turn this love into action? The universe, in its infinite wisdom, is preparing subtle signs that guide their path to you. These signs appear in the most unexpected moments, like songs, chance encounters, or words spoken at random. The angels say that none of this is a coincidence, but rather a reminder that true love always finds a way to manifest itself. Are you ready to notice these signs? There is an emerging pattern in their behavior, something that the angels describe as an emotional awakening. They are starting to realize that, although time has passed, the feelings have not faded, but have been strengthened. This recognition brings with it an intense desire to regain their trust. But how will they be able to prove that they have truly changed? The angels reveal that the barriers that once seemed insurmountable are now beginning to dissolve. This does not mean that the path will be easy, but that the obstacles are becoming clearer and possible to overcome. This person is learning to confront their own fears, a battle they need to win before taking the next step towards you. Every imagined encounter, every conversation rehearsed in silence, is a reflection of how they are preparing themselves. The angels show that the love they feel for you drives them to be better, to overcome the limitations that held them back in the past. This internal journey is both an act of courage and redemption. But will you notice this transformation when it happens? There is an unspoken truth weighing on their heart, something that the angels say is crucial for you to move forward. It is a secret they keep, fearing that its revelation could further distance them from you. But the angels assure that, at the right moment, the truth will bring more healing than pain. Will you be ready to hear what they have to say? What once seemed like a broken connection now emerges as an opportunity for a fresh start. The angels show that the wounds left by the past are slowly healing with time and the desire for change. This person is determined to rebuild what was lost, but will they be able to find the necessary balance? There is a scene they constantly revisit, a memory that seems to encapsulate all that was lost. The angels say that this memory is the strength that motivates them to move forward, even in the face of uncertainty. Every detail of this memory carries the hope that your love still has a chance. But do you feel the same? As days go by, they realize that forgiveness is the key to opening the doors to the future. The angels whisper that forgiveness needs to come from both you and themselves. This healing journey is essential for you both to build something new, something that is stronger and truer than before. But are both of you ready for this commitment? With each new thought, the certainty that they are irreplaceable strengthens. The angels show that this person misses them in a way that words cannot describe. It is a void that can only be filled by their presence, but the fear of failing again stops them from acting. What will it take to break this cycle? The angels emphasize that true love has the ability to transform even the most wounded hearts. This person feels that their love is something rare, something that deserves to be protected and nurtured. But they also know that they need to prove it with actions, not just words. Are you willing to give them that chance? What is to come is something that can completely change the course of this story. The angels are preparing the ground for the love between them to blossom again, but it will require courage from both parties. Are you ready to face what is coming and turn this second chance into a new reality? Amidst uncertainties, this person begins to understand that it takes courage to rewrite their own story. The angels show that they have been revisiting every choice, every moment that led to the separation. There is a growing clarity that despite the mistakes, love still lives, throbbing and undeniable. However, will this understanding be enough to turn intentions into concrete actions? The angels say that the connection between them was never a coincidence but a divine alignment. Every smile, every exchange of glances was a preparation for something greater. Now this person feels that destiny propels them back to you, but the fear of rejection continues as a persistent shadow. What will it take for them to overcome this fear and move forward? The silence between them is like an unfinished bridge, waiting to be completed. They know that the right words can change everything, but doubts still paralyze them. The angels whisper that the key to this reconnection lies in authenticity, in the sincere desire to open their heart. Will they find the strength to cross this emotional bridge? More and more, the signs of the universe appear, as reminders that time is running out. An unexpected encounter, a phrase said by chance, everything seems to conspire to bring you back to their mind. The angels assure that these moments are not random, but rather invitations for them to make the decision to act. What would you do if you knew this? There is an internal fire that keeps them awake on the quietest nights, a warmth that reminds them of what was lost. The angels point out that this feeling is not just nostalgia, but a deep realization that something needs to be corrected. This fire, though intense, is still contained by fear. Will they allow it to grow enough to light the way to you? The angels show that, despite the difficulties, the love between them has a unique resilience. It has survived storms, misunderstandings, and now appears as a force that can heal and transform. But this person knows that love alone is not enough. It requires commitment, dedication, and above all, honesty. Are they ready to offer all of that? Every choice they make now is influenced by this emotional journey. From the words they rehearse saying to the decisions to approach or step back, everything is a dance between fear and hope. The angels reveal that as they move in this duality, destiny is weaving an encounter that can change everything. Will you be receptive when that moment arrives? The angels emphasize that, no matter how much they try to ignore, the connection between you is like an invisible thread that pulls them back. This bond, although fragile, is unbreakable, and each attempt to break it only strengthens it. They feel this in every thought that insists on returning to you, but the question remains, will they find the courage to follow this thread to the end? There is a secret that this person has been keeping, a truth that they believe can change the course of everything. The angels say that this secret is not a burden, but a door that needs to be opened for healing to happen. However, opening this door requires a level of vulnerability that they still hesitate to accept. Would you be willing to listen, without judgment, to what they have to say? The angels show that, even with uncertainties, they are starting to believe in possibilities. Every step, no matter how small, is a movement towards reunion. They know the path is long and that the wounds of the past still hurt, but the desire to start over is stronger. What will be necessary for this desire to become a reality? As the days go by, their perception of love goes beyond romanticism. It is about redemption. The angels reveal that they now understand that true love is not perfect, but it is deep, resilient, and capable of transformation. This understanding brings a new kind of courage, but will it be enough to face the challenges that still exist? What seemed impossible is now starting to take shape in their thoughts. The angels say that they are envisioning a future by your side, even though they still have doubts about how to get there. This future, though distant, is a beacon that lights their way. But will they be able to translate this vision into action? Every imagined conversation, every rehearsed excuse, is an attempt to build the emotional bridge that will bring them back to you. The angels say that the challenge is not only to ask for forgiveness, but also to accept the forgiveness they themselves need to offer. This inner journey is as important as the reunion they desire. Are they prepared for both? The angels whisper that time is an ally, but also a reminder of urgency. Each passing day is a missed opportunity, but also a preparation for the right moment. They feel this in every sigh, in every thought that brings them back to you. Will they recognize the right moment when it comes? Despite all the doubts, there is one certainty they cannot deny. you're still the person who occupies their deepest thoughts. The angels show that this certainty is the driving force behind every step they take. However, the road is still full of twists. Will you both be able to travel it together? The journey the angels describe is both individual and shared. They need to face their own fears and insecurities, but also learn to trust again. You, on the other hand, will have to decide if you are ready to open your heart once more. Are both of you willing to walk this path together? As this person faces their internal dilemmas, the universe begins to set the stage for a possible reunion. The angels whisper that nothing is left to chance. Small everyday gestures, like an unexpected song or a vivid dream, are signs that the energy is aligning. However, the doubt persists. Will they take the necessary initiative to cross that emotional bridge? As the days go by, feelings become harder to ignore. The angels say that they feel like something greater is guiding them towards you. It's as if every memory, every feeling of longing, is an irresistible call. However, they still struggle against the inner voices that make them question their own courage. Will they be able to overcome this? The angels show that love is a transformative force, capable of overcoming the highest barriers. They are starting to understand that, to reconnect, they need not only to ask for forgiveness, but to demonstrate that they have learned from the past. They know that words alone are not enough. Consistent actions are the true proof of change. Will you be able to recognize these gestures when they come? There is a special place in their mind, an emotional refuge where they revisit the moments shared with you. This space is both a source of comfort and a reminder of what was lost. The angels point out that, although longing drives them, the fear of failing again still paralyzes them. What will it take for them to turn these memories into motivation? Time, often seen as an enemy, now becomes a precious ally. The angels say that each moment of reflection is helping them find clarity about what truly matters. Although hesitation remains, there is a growing determination to mend what was broken. Will they be able to turn this determination into something tangible? While they reflect, you also find yourself in a moment of waiting. The angels show that this pause is not empty but purposeful. You are being called to decide if you are willing to make room for love again. This decision, though difficult, is crucial for what is to come. Are you prepared for what destiny holds? Each step of theirs is guided by a mix of regret and hope. The angels whisper that, although they can't erase the past, they are determined to create a different future. This commitment is something they have never felt so intensely before, and it's proof that their love still holds a central place in their life. Will you perceive this change as genuine? There are moments when doubt becomes almost unbearable, a barrier that threatens to impede any progress. However, the angels assure that this person is learning to confront their own fears. Every little internal victory is a step towards you, even if it's still invisible to your eyes. When they finally take action, will you be ready to accept? The angels emphasize that the healing process is as important as the reunion itself. This person is being challenged to confront their own mistakes and find the courage to move forward. You are also being called to reflect on what you want and what you are willing to forgive. This balance is essential for the reconnection to be possible. There is something almost magical in the way the universe works to bring together two destined souls. The angels show that, despite the obstacles, the connection between you is a force that cannot be ignored. This energy is manifesting in subtle ways, paving the way for a moment of truth. But will this moment be enough to overcome the past? While this person continues their journey of transformation, you are also being guided to strengthen yourself. The angels reveal that this is a moment of mutual growth, where both are learning important lessons about love and resilience. This synergy is what will make the reunion more meaningful. Will you be ready to embrace this new chapter? Love, though powerful, is not devoid of challenges. The angels say that they feel the weight of the wrong choices they have made, but also recognize the value of a second chance. This recognition is what motivates them to move forward, even if the steps are small and hesitant. When they finally come closer, how will you respond? There is beauty in vulnerability, in the courage to admit mistakes and ask for a new opportunity. The angels whisper that they are learning that true love requires authenticity. They know they need to be transparent, even if it means exposing their own flaws. Will you be able to see beyond these flaws and see their heart? Time is creating a scenario where everything seems possible, but nothing is guaranteed. The angels show that the universe is working to align your paths, but the final decision lies with both of you. This uncertainty is both a challenge and an opportunity. Are you ready to take a risk and find out what is to come? There is a truth that needs to be told, something that they feel can change everything. The angels say that, although it is difficult for them, this truth is essential for the healing of both. This revelation will be a test of courage, but also a crucial step for the future. Will you be open to listen and accept what they have to say? The angels point out that the reunion will not just be a return to the past, but an invitation to something new. They want more than to relive memories. They wish to create a future that is even stronger and more meaningful. This desire is what drives them, but will they be able to convey it clearly? As the journey continues, the angels reveal that there are more things to come, secrets that have not yet been unveiled. These moments of discovery will be both thrilling and challenging. Are you ready to embark on this journey and find out what destiny has in store for both of you? As the moment of reunion approaches, their heart beats at an accelerated pace, filled with emotion and nervousness. The angels show that they are gathering all the courage they possess to finally take the step they fear so much. Each moment is a battle against the inner voices trying to convince them to give up. However, the love they feel for you proves to be stronger than any doubt. The angels emphasize that the imminent encounter will be a milestone, a turning point in the emotional journey of both of you. There is an almost palpable energy in the air, signaling that something grand is about to happen. They have rehearsed 1,000 times the words they want to say, but they know that the true impact will come from the sincerity in their gaze. Will you be ready to hear what their heart wishes to convey? As they approach, the universe works to align every detail, preparing the stage for the reunion. The angels reveal that this is a rare opportunity, a moment where the truth can finally emerge. The fear of the unknown still lingers, but the hope of a shared future is what drives them. Will you be able to overcome the barriers that kept you apart? Every step towards you is a silent declaration of the love they could never abandon. The angels say that, although the path has been difficult, the learning throughout this journey has deeply transformed them. They are no longer the same person who made mistakes in the past. Now, they wish to prove they deserve a second chance. Will you be able to see this change? At the moment of reunion, silence will speak louder than any words. The angels highlight that there will be an exchange of looks that will transcend all explanations, a mutual recognition of everything that has been lived and what is yet to come. It will be a moment filled with meaning, where the past and the future meet. But will you be able to seize this opportunity? The angels reveal that destiny is putting them both in a place of vulnerability, where honesty will be the only possible bridge. They know they can no longer hide what they feel, and every word they utter will be filled with genuine emotion. Will you be willing to listen with an open heart, leaving judgments behind? As they speak, the weight of unspoken words begins to dissipate, giving way to a sense of relief. The angels show that this is a necessary healing, a process that will benefit not only them but also you. Every tear, every smile during this conversation will be a symbol of renewal. Will you be prepared to respond with the same authenticity? True love demands risks, and both are being called to leave fear behind. The angels say that your future depends on both of you being willing to face uncertainties together. There is a fire still burning between you, but it needs to be fueled by trust and dedication. Will you be ready to embrace this challenge? There is a moment of reflection after the words are spoken, a space where each one will need to decide their next step. The angels reveal that the universe has brought you this far, but the path ahead depends on the choices you make. Are you ready to leave the past behind and build something new together? The angels show that, although forgiveness is essential, it is also a choice that requires courage. They are ready to admit their mistakes and ask for a new chance, but they also know they need to accept the consequences of their actions. Will you be willing to offer that opportunity, even with the scars you carry? Your journey is more than a love story. It's a test of growth, resilience, and transformation. They say that, if both are willing, this connection can flourish in ways they never imagined. However, time is a crucial factor, and the decision to act must be made now. Will they accept this mission together? As the final words are spoken, their heart carries a mix of hope and fear. The angels show that, regardless of the outcome, they feel grateful for having had the chance to express what they kept inside for so long. This moment is a turning point, and the possibilities that unfold are endless. Will you be ready to seize this new chance? The angels emphasize that the reunion is just the beginning of something greater. It marks the start of a new chapter, where authenticity and dedication will be the foundations for a renewed love. This person is willing to fight for what they believe in, but they need to know that you are by their side. Will you be able to convey this assurance? The bond between you is like an unbroken golden thread, despite the hardships. The angels reveal that even in times of separation, this connection remains strong, waiting for the right moment to be reactivated. Now you have the opportunity to strengthen this bond and transform it into something even deeper. Will you be ready to accept this challenge? Fate has brought you here, but it is up to you to decide what to do with this opportunity. The angels say that, regardless of your choice, the love you shared will always be a fundamental part of your stories. This love, however challenging it may have been, is proof that true connections are eternal. Are you ready to honor this truth?